Welcome to the reading. This reading will be for Cardi B and her husband, Offset. Always get Offset and Takeoff confused. But this is going to be about Cardi B and Offset. I'm going to be looking into their relationship as far as like their marriage, see what's up, because there's rumors and all of that. So let's see what's up, you know. She recently kind of made her husband not look too good because she was just like, yo, if we divorce, this is what's going to be happening. Like, you know, I have options basically. You know, it just wasn't a good look for her, her husband, the marriage. So let's see. There's like rumors that there's problems in paradise. So let's see what's going on with their situation. So we have the Fool, a new chapter, a new beginning. Okay. What else can we see? Someone's lazy in this situation. What's being told to me is that a lack of effort. It's kind of like not trying to keep face, not caring about the image. You see the mirror, the head being turned away from the mirror. What else can we see about this situation? What's surrounding their marriage? What's the energy surrounding their marriage? What can we see? So, I mean, this is fascinating. All right, this card is face down, so it represents someone's emotion. And it fell on the new beginnings with this Fool. So let's see what we have here. Understanding. Someone's hurt. Someone's wounded. And it has to do with this new beginning. Someone wants to leave. That's what I'm seeing here. Someone definitely wants to leave. Right? Because the Fool is all about like opening a new chapter. Someone wants to open a new chapter and someone's hurt. You know? Someone's feeling bad. Someone's feeling trapped. You know, they're not necessarily trapped because if you look, there's no bars covering this bird from like blocking this bird, I should say, from like flying away. But it's kind of just like this bird is waiting for someone to come to his rescue. I don't know. I'm getting this is Offset's energy, that he's sad about Cardi basically making things known. Kind of just like, yo, I'm ready for a new beginning. Like it was kind of just like no remorse. Like, it was, like, no hurt in what she was saying. Like, she didn't feel hurt. It was like she was proud of it. Kind of just like, okay, this chapter is about to close anyway, so I'm going to, like, do my thing when it finally happens. And that's what I'm seeing here. That, like, Offset, he's kind of just like, damn, like, what's going on? He's trying to understand what's happening. A moment-to-moment energy. So what's being told to me is kind of like gaslighting. It's kind of like making it into a joke. This is deep. I'm getting kind of like Cardi's kind of just like, yo, I'm just fucking around. It's not that serious. Like, don't be a little bitch. Like, you know, like, let's just live our life. Let's not make things complicated. But it's an energy of gaslighting. And the twos here, which represents relationships. Let's look deeper into this situation. What else can we see with the tarot? I have so much powder on my cards. All right. Look, someone's not happy. Someone's not happy in this situation. It's Cardi. She's not happy. You see this, right? The Four Cups represent kind of just like discontent, not being happy, like just being done with your situation. Look at this, guys, on the Fool. So, I mean, it's just showing us like what's happening with their situation. What else can we see? All right. A lot of cards, but let's see. It pertains to this not being content, wanting a new beginning because it fell on this side. We have the King of Swords here. A distance, wanting to strategize. This is deep because this is Offset's energy. Again, I get confused with Takeoff and Offset. So, like, in my mind, I'm just like, let me say, like, Offset, not Takeoff. But what this is showing me is kind of just like he's trying to build himself up. He knows that something's going on. You know, he knows that something's going on. And I believe I did a reading a few months ago that was like showing me that like Cardi was one cheating and Offset kind of just like wasn't trying to believe it. And this was months ago, guys. It was actually one of the last readings I did for them, I believe. So it's kind of fascinating that this is what's happening, like playing out, you know. What I'm seeing here is that he's trying to build himself up with this strength and this King of Swords. The King of Swords is all about strategy. I've done previous readings on them that this man is big on strategy. So it's kind of just like he knows that shit's going to be going down. So he's telling me financial preparations. He's getting himself like right. He's getting himself straight because he knows that this situation isn't going to last, and he wants to be kind of just like in a good situation when it finally ends. This card is face down, so let's see. It represents someone's emotions, and this is funny, right? Because this Eight of Cups, again, not being satisfied. They're both not happy. They're both not happy. There's a lack of effort with this laziness. And you see this guy, right? His arms are crossed. Not happy. They're not happy with this situation. He's not happy with Cardi's vibe. Cardi's not happy with him. What else can we see regarding this situation? What else can we see? All right. We are the world. And it's funny that it fell on this side. And you see next to the King of Swords and his strength and all of that. He's kind of just like, yo, we're stronger together than apart. You know, I know that's like corny, but that's what I'm seeing. He's kind of just like, look what we built. We have a family. You see this, right, with 10? 10 represents family. It also represents kind of just like closing a chapter, being done with the cycle, completion. But what I'm getting is family. He's like, yo, we have a family. He's putting that in her ear, in her head. He's kind of just like, yo, dude, we have a family. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, what's up? But again, it's not balanced. I'm getting a lack of balance. What else can we see? All right. Consciousness. It's deep because their intuition is both telling them shit. You know, like, we feel things intuitively, right? And this is deep because it's a very human moment. That's what I'm getting with this vibe. It's kind of just like for her intuition, her spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, is telling her just like, yo, you know, you don't love this guy. He's not doing it for you anymore. You don't see a future with him. You're not getting any younger. Because it's funny, she made like a comment that, and people were saying like she was trying to diss Nikki because she was like, yo, I'm not in my 40s. And basically like she still has a future with dating and shit. But I'm getting like, it has to do with her consciousness. It's kind of just like, yo, you're not getting any younger. You know what I mean? You're aging. Do you want to waste time with this dude? Not just that. His consciousness is telling him it's kind of just like, there's no future with her. Like, and I know this is funny language, but this is just how the energies speak to me. It's kind of just saying like she's a thought. Like, she's a hood rat. Like, you know, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife type shit. That's what I'm seeing. So, like, their spirits, their spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, you know, they're talking to them, trying to give them messages and all that. What else can we see? Experiencing, there's an energy of grief and hurt. An energy of grief and hurt. Not just that, Offset, he's dependent on her. You see this lady propped up on this tree? Not just that, there's 3 here is telling me it's a third-party situation. There's definitely a third-party situation. Not just that, the roots of a tree represents family. You know what I mean? Branches represents family. I'm seeing that they are intertwined because of the family situation. Not just that, it's telling me that Offset, he's benefiting from her. He's definitely benefiting from her. So it's kind of just like she doesn't like that as well. That's a turnoff to her. She likes to take from dudes. She doesn't like dudes to take from her. So she's really in a situation of turnoff at this moment in time. All right, so many cards. Let's see. Possibilities. She's thinking about the possibilities. And again, it was on this side. There's too many cards, but you guys get the point. The 4 of Cups, not being satisfied. The Fool, right? She's thinking about the possibilities, wanting to move away. That keeps on repeating. You see, with the Adventure, more energies of like the Fool, of wanting an adventure, wanting to just move away, do something different. Not just that, turning in. She doesn't, it's an energy like she doesn't care. Because it's fascinating. It's like, I don't know their situation. I don't follow them on social media, but this is just the energy that I'm getting. It's kind of just like she's woven in with his people, like his relatives, his friends, vice versa. And it's kind of just like she just doesn't care. It's an energy of like being belligerent this turning in. It's kind of just like, I don't care what other people think. I don't care, like, if people are just like, damn, you're going to go out like that, you're going to do them like that. She's just like, I'm turning in. I just don't. It's the energy of I just don't give a fuck. You see this going with the flow, not caring. She does not care. So this situation isn't looking good. She's done. What else? This card is face down. Politics. It's politics to this situation. And what was I telling you? That has to do with the family, the children. You know what I mean? Money. There's politics in this situation. She's not going to leave scot-free. That there's definitely some shit that's woven from her finances, from all sorts of situations. So it's kind of just like they both have to straddle the fence. They have to think about how they're going to do things. They can't just have a clean break because things will get messy. Not just that, there are business people around them that wants to capitalize off of this situation, that wants to make money off of them. Not just that, it's kind of true. It's kind of just like being stronger together than apart. It's kind of like if they break up, the businessmen that's surrounding them, that's involved with their deals, whatever, they're going to be picking at them, kind of like vultures. So it's a lot of things going on. It's a lot of politics to this. And I would say, like, even though, like, she wants to leave and they both want to leave, they need to think about it. They need to think about things, you know, about, like, not being messy, because it's a lot of vipers around them, a lot of snakes. Not just that, it is a third-party situation as well. So there is cheating. I already got into that in previous readings. No point to repeat it. On this isolation, fell on top of the moment to moment. So I was telling you that it's like gaslighting when this came out. I was kind of just like trying to pretend that like it's something that's not, whatever. Like trying to pretend like, oh, it wasn't that serious. It was just a joke. But we see that there's some serious situations going on with this isolation. The crying, not just that. Offset's kind of just like, I'm going to take you for all you got. That's how he's feeling. You know what I mean? Whether or not he's going to be able to do it, that's a different story. But he's kind of just like, okay, this hurt. I'm going to make gold out of it. So it's kind of just like, okay, you want to disrespect me? You want to leave me? Then I'm going to try to fight for the kids. I'm going to make this messy. That's how he's feeling at the moment. So it's a very tragic energy. I don't know what else I need to look into regarding this situation. But let's see. What else can we see? See with this deck. All right. What else can we see? All right. There's some major distance because this card flew really far and it's face down, so it has to do with emotions. Let's see what it's about. Religion, faith, practice. There's some spiritual practice going on. That's what I'm seeing. There's definitely a spiritual angle to this. And I know that this is supposed to be a nice sort of like image, right? But it's not the case. I'm getting that there is energy of spell work. Not just that, it's kind of like when you try to package something as like pure and decent when it's not, you know, from my experience and just like from what the energy is telling me, like usually like when people are all like, oh, like got this and got that and all of this like 24/7, it's usually like bullshit. You know what I mean? Not just that, they tend to be like the worst of the worst. So I'm seeing that there's some hypocrisy. Not just that, I'm seeing spell work and I'm getting an energy of bullshit. What else can we see with this situation? So it's a lot going on with these people. Commitment. So what do I tell you? It's bullshit going on. I'm definitely getting bullshit. It's kind of like this vow, this whole situation, it's for show, right? Like people wouldn't like think I'm like religious and like I believe in like the Most High and all of that. You know what I mean? Because I don't talk about it like that. Like it's not like something I do, right? I'm not going around kind of just like Christians and people that are into all sorts of bullshit. It's kind of just like, that's what I'm getting here. It's an energy for show. This relationship, this marriage is for display. Not just that, it's a lot of spiritual implications to this too. What else can we see? I'm getting that this marriage, it wasn't out of love. It definitely wasn't out of love. And look at this. I was telling you that it was kind of just like a marriage for display, right? And look at this. Show you off. Trophy wife. Accomplishment. Status. You know, I know people would be like, when they hear this reading, like at least this part with the religion and all that, like, you know, if you guys are Christian, I'm not saying all Christians are bad or anything like that, but, you know, we got to call it for what it is. It's kind of just like, people might be offended because it seemed harsh, but that's just the energy I get. You know what I mean? I get like some people might read the cards differently, whatever. But like, you know, I'm intuitive. So it definitely like gave me like deep messages and shit. And it was telling me bullshit. That's what I was getting. And for show. That's what I was getting with this, right? And look at this. Trophy wife and accomplishments and status. This marriage wasn't a marriage to do with love. It was superficial. You see this? Superficial love, transactional relationship, materialistic, gold digger, Hollywood. This was a Hollywood situation. This wasn't a situation to do with love. It wasn't a situation like, oh, we got together because of love. To be honest, I'm going to just call it for what it is. She had low self-esteem. That's why she married that guy. She thought that that was the best she was going to get. That's why she's always going off on like, oh, all these guys want to get with me. It's actually the opposite. She's insecure. She doesn't feel sort of like strong in her beauty and how she looks. Right? She definitely, especially like back then, she was really insecure. So it's kind of just like she took what she thought was like the next best thing or like the best option, basically, right? But there's a gold digger element to this situation. I'm getting for both of them. You know, she got with him thinking that he had something, like he had more than her, but it wasn't the case. And it's kind of just like, it's the energy of like karma with this, right? It's kind of just like she's used to like playing dudes, stealing from guys and all of that. Now that's what's happening to her. It's kind of just like the roles have been flipped. So instead of her being sort of just like the gold digging bitch, now the guy is the gold digging bitch in this situation. And let me just say, because this is YouTube, this is all alleged. So yeah. And it's not my opinions. It's the opinions of the energy. So let's see. What else do I see in this situation? So this situation's crazy. What else can we see? What else is going on with this situation? What else can we see? So you see this, right? This polygamy, this community. They're both cheating. This is just a ratchet situation with cheating. I mean, you know, some people like open marriages. They come to an agreement. I'm seeing that there's not necessarily an agreement. That's why I said, like, it's like ratchet and stink. It's kind of not like a classy sort of just like arrangement that like politicians might have or like businessmen, even like regular people that have like a 9 to 5, when they genuinely come to like a mutual agreement. It's not kind of like one party is feeling a particular way and they're just doing it because they're desperate. This situation is kind of just like full of lies. I'm getting full of lies, not being open, not being honest, playing games, immaturity, ghetto. That's what I'm getting. Not just that with this energy vampire situation. I'm seeing, and I was telling you that it's like a spiritual element to this. I'm getting like a very low vibrational sort of energy. I'm getting a darkness. There is definitely a darkness to this situation. There's definitely magic. I'm not going to say candle magic because I'm not getting candle magic, but there is like a magical element to this situation of like feeding off the negativity. And I'm going to just call it as it is. You know, Cardi B, she loves negativity. And there is a spiritual element to that. Like, she feeds off of that negativity and, you know, like, she feeds it to her spirits, her forces, whatever she believes in. I don't know. But there's definitely something, like, psychic and negative going on. Not just that, the hermit. You know, it was kind of just like, okay, I'm going to show you off. This was about, like, showing you off. Again, transactional, all that shit. Now it's kind of just, like, pulling away. Like, that side of things being done. And to close it off, let's use this deck and let's see what's up. There's weight, there's burden. She feels like this dude is giving her a burden. That's why I fall on the hermit, because it's kind of just like, it's like he's the housewife, You know, I don't know what they... Actually, I do know what they do. I think they're both rappers. I don't know any of his songs. I know like her song, WAP and stuff like that. But what I'm seeing here is kind of just like a burden. He's putting a burden on her head. You see this, right? She's been crying. She's not happy. It's kind of just like... The kids know what's up too. This is causing some strife for the children. This is causing strife for the children because there's arguments, the energy is not right. And I was saying ghetto for a reason because it's kind of just like a dysfunctional energy. It's kind of just like, I don't know. It's giving me a visual, right? Like they can be laying around on a couch and let's just say something happens, a subject come up and then it's just like, oh, motherfucker, you did this and like, motherfucker, you did that. And just like dysfunctional, you know, and people think that's cute. Like seeing that bullshit on social media, but think of how the children feel. You know what I mean? Children are very sort of just like sensitive to energy. You know what I mean? Like even animals, like dogs, when you use like certain curse words, they know. Like if you call a dog a bitch, like not even if you're being like mean, if you just call a dog a bitch, a dog will look at you like, what the fuck did you call me? Because like words and stuff have energy. The children are seeing that. They sense that shit. They're not happy. And not just that, the dad, he's more involved with the children than she is. She's actually closed off and she's going through shit. From her dark spell work to all sorts of shit. So that's what I'm seeing. What else can we see? So close off, what else can we see with this situation? All right. Let me go to this first. The moon, illusions, lies. There's illusions, there's lies. Not just us telling me you have to lay in the bed that you made. This situation that they got in was full of illusions and lies and bullshit from the start. Now it's kind of just like the fruits are starting to like come through. And it's not positive fruit, it's like negative fruit. Like the negative fruit of this negative situation has like come to bear sort of shit. And it's like now they have to eat that shit. Let's see. I'm getting this is her vibe and this is his vibe. What can we see? Her vibe. She's energized. This is a situation of energized. Not just that. She want to fight. This Ace of Wands has to do with energy. She's definitely energized. Not just that. And it's really graphic, the energy. That's why I pause. Because it's saying that all the penis that she's getting in her vagina, it's like energizing her. It's making her say like, fuck this dude even more. You know, it's kind of just like, if he was literally the only one that was like dicking her down type shit, it would be different. She would be more kind of just like, but I love him. There's other guys that's smashing. I hate saying that, but there's other guys that's hitting it. And it's kind of just like making her energized. The Ace of Wands is actually a phallic energy. It can relate to sex as well. And that's what I'm seeing. All that sex, all that vibes is kind of just making her like, fuck you. Not just that. You see, it's like she's holding the sun. She wants to make things known. The sun has to do with kind of like exposing things. She doesn't want to hide shit. She's kind of just like, okay, yeah, fuck this dude and I fuck that dude. Like, now what's up? You know, it's an energy like that. So, I mean, this is a messy situation. For him, this Two of Wands, I'm seeing a lot of comparing. He's doing a lot of comparing. And that's a tough situation. He's comparing his options. He's thinking about his family. He's thinking about his money. Not just that, the other dudes, the disrespect. He's in contemplation. You see this lady here? She's in contemplation. She's thinking. Not just that, there's an energy of outrage. He's outraged by this whole situation. So, I mean, it's a tough situation, right? Guys, if you made it this far, definitely press the thumbs up button and definitely tell me what you thought of this reading. I thought it was insightful. Take care, guys.